'cause I'm TNT.
Hey everybody, welcome to Tntspices. Today we are going to make ourselves some delicious seafood pasta salad. Now we're going to start off. I have a 12-ounce box of tricolor pasta that I have already boiled and cooked per the instructions on the box, strained it and let it cool. Next, I'm going to add 1 stick of celery that I have finely chopped. I'm going to add that to this bowl. I have 1 pound of red, orange, and yellow roasted peppers. Now I roasted these myself. Now you don't have to. You can simply buy a jar of roasted peppers. We're going to put this full pound into this mix here. Now I sliced these up into little strips. I have 2 tomatoes from our garden. I made these into slices as well, just like the peppers. I de-seeded the tomatoes ahead of time. I'm going to add that to our bowl. Now, next, I have 1 onion. Now the onion, I caramelized. We're going to add this onion to the bowl. Now we're going to start adding our seafood. I have our scallops that we fried up. I'll show you how we did that. These are dry packed scallops. We prefer dry pack because they're not injected with the water, so these will brown up a lot easier. Now I'm going to take our Norma's Latin rub, which is very similar to a salt, pepper, garlic, but it has a lot more flavor, a few more spices in it. We're going to add a little light coating of this to both sides of these scallops. Now, I did dry these scallops ahead of time, and I had them sitting in the refrigerator for about a half hour prior to us bringing them out here to season them, to help dry them up even more. Now with these scallops seasoned, we're going to move them over to our frying pan and give these a quick browning. Okay, over here at the stove, I have added a tablespoon of olive oil to our frying pan. I'm also going to add a tablespoon of butter to the frying pan. And we're going to melt this and combine these two before adding our scallops. We want to get this pan good and hot, but we don't want to burn our butter at the same time. All right, now that we have these in the pan, we're going to give these about a good minute to brown up. Okay, let's take a look at these. There we go, that's what we want to see. Give the other side a good minute or so as well. All right, it has been about a minute on this side, and we're going to take a look at these. There we go, that's exactly what we want. We're going to take these out of the pan. Our scallops are finished. We're going to put these to the side because these are going to be chopped. We're going to add this to our pasta. Next, I have some shrimp. I'm going to show you how we cooked up this shrimp. We are still going to use the same pan along with the oil and butter that remains, and we're going to take our shrimp that we had and we're going to add the shrimp to this pan as well. Because I have 2 pounds of shrimp, I'm going to have to do this in batches because I'm not going to be able to fit it all into the pan at the same time. I'm going to give these a light coating, a sprinkle of our umami seasoning, on these, and then we're going to let these brown up a little bit. Okay, now that these are starting to turn a little bit pink, We're going to flip these. All right, got these all flipped. Now that they're all flipped, we're going to take a little bit of our umami seasoning again. I'm going to give these a little light sprinkle, and we're going to let these finish cooking fully. Then we're going to set them to the side, and we'll do the next batch. We're going to add this to our mixture. Then last, as for seafood ingredients, I have 12 ounces of crawfish tails and a pound of lobster. That I picked and then I sauteed real quick in a pan. I'll show you what we did with that. Now that we have all of our shrimp fried up and put to the side, we're going to save all the drippings that we still have in this pan. We're going to add an additional 2 tablespoons of butter. We're going to let this melt. Our butter is pretty much melted. We're going to take our lobster and crawfish and we're just going to give this a quick warming. This is already all fully cooked. Boiled, cooled off, and then picked and tore up into nice little pieces. We're just going to toss this around to get those flavors mixed into this meat. If you need to add a little bit more butter, go ahead to try to keep that moisture. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another additional 2 tablespoons. Alright, I added an additional 2 tablespoons. We're going to give this a good mix around. Once this is warmed through, we're going to take this and put this to the side as well. Now we're going to add this to our bowl. We're going to stir all this up. Try to get it combined real well. It smells good already. Now what I normally also add is I generally take a pound of bacon that I cook up and I crisp and I cut into or crumble into little pieces. This time I didn't add it. I was asked not to include the bacon. So now that we've got this stirred up a little, we are going to take our dressing. Now this dressing is going to get poured over. I'll show you what we did to make the dressing. We're going to start the dressing for our seafood pasta salad. Now I have our Italian Diablo Sauce that we're going to use to make this dressing. I've got a cup of our Italian Diablo Sauce that I'm going to pour into this mixing bowl here. I have a tablespoon of fresh squeezed lemon juice. Keep that in the glass. I have a half teaspoon of fine black powder. Black pepper. Let me correct myself. I have a 1/4 cup of grated Parmesan cheese. I'm going to add that in. And we have 3/4 cups of sour cream. Stir to combine this real well. Right, we have that thoroughly combined, and this is going to be our dressing. Now we're going to simply take our dressing, pour this over top of our pasta and seafood. And we're going to give this a good stir. After we get this thoroughly combined, we're going to sit this in the refrigerator for a couple hours. To let these flavors all come together. After this is sat a good couple hours, 2 hours at least, it will be ready to serve to our guests. Now this is going to be one absolutely delicious seafood salad to put out for any type of barbecue or event that you have, and everybody is going to love it. We thank you again for joining us here at Tntspices. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, comment. We'd like to hear from you guys. As always, God bless.